Hey there, it's William. Today we're going to show you how to fix a front-loading Whirlpool washer that doesn't drain. This issue is often caused by a faulty main control, block drain pump filter, or a king Torx clogged drain hose. Let's work together to fix this drainage problem step by step. If you want to see more step-by-step appliance repair tutorials like this one, hit that subscribe button and click the bell to turn on notifications so you'll see our newest videos. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. First, we need to get our tools together. Today we'll need a 1/4 inch nut driver, a 5/16 inch nut driver, a flathead screwdriver, channel lock pliers, T20 Torx driver, a flashlight, a towel, and a multimeter. And please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your washer by unplugging it or switching the breaker off. Now let's get started. We are removing the 1/4 inch screws located at the back of the top panel. With the screws removed, we are sliding the top panel back and then lifting it up. Then we're setting the top panel to the side and finding the main control. We're going to be testing at the main control first, so we need to use our flathead screwdriver to lift up on the locking tab, pull the control back, then squeeze the 2 tabs at the side to rotate the top cover upwards. We're going to be testing for live voltage at this point, so extreme care should always be taken to protect against electrical shock, which could potentially result in serious injury. Please do not test live voltage if you're uncomfortable using a multimeter around live voltage. Once you're ready, plug the power cord into the outlet and grab your multimeter. We need to set the meter to volts AC, which looks like a V with a squiggly line, and test the 2 black wires at connection DP2. We can set our meter probes into the wires, then turn the washer on. Then set the washer to drain and spin and start the cycle. There should be 120 volts AC within 1 minute after the door locks. If there's no voltage, then the main control has failed and would need to be replaced. If there is voltage, we can cancel the cycle and continue troubleshooting. Now we're going to test the drain pump. To do this, we're unplugging the power cord and disconnecting the wires from the connection DP2. Then we're setting our meter to measure resistance in ohms, which has the symbol that looks like an upside down horseshoe. Now we're testing the black wires, and we should get a resistance of 16 ohms if the electrical motor of the drain pump is okay. If there's a significantly lower or higher reading, then the drain pump has failed. If the resistance is good, we need to dig into the washer. Any water in the tub will need to be drained. Once that's done, we're going to remove the detergent drawer and use our T20 Torx driver to remove the T20 screws just behind the drawer. We are going to have to remove the 1/4 inch screws located at the top corners of the user interface panel. With those removed, we are going to lift up on the user panel and rotate it out. We need to disconnect the wires so we can set the user interface panel to the side. After that, we can open the door and use our flathead screwdriver to remove the door boot spring. Now we need to press the door gasket in behind the front panel edges so that we'll be able to remove the front panel. We're also using our T20 Torx driver to remove the door lock screws. Once those are out, we can push the door lock in to free up the front panel. Then grab your 1/4 inch and 5/16 inch nut drivers to remove the screws at the top and bottom of the front panel. The front panel can be lifted up and set to the side. We're going to want to place a towel under the coin catch and crack it open until no water comes out. With no water coming out, we're removing the coin catch filter to look for any debris like coins and other small objects. If the coin catch is clean, like we see on this unit, and water is able to flow out of the coin catch, then we know that the drain pump has failed and would need to be replaced. We can verify this by checking for clogs in any hoses connected to the drain pump. Now let's check the tub to pump hose. We're grabbing our channel lock pliers and removing the spring connecting the tub to pump hose to the bottom of the tub. Then we're going to look into the hose and into the tub port for any debris that might be preventing the washer from draining. If it's clear like this one, then we can reattach the hose to the tub with a retaining ring and move on to inspect the internal drain hose. This is the internal drain hose. We're using our channel lock pliers to remove the retaining ring that holds the drain hose to the drain pump housing. Then we're removing the hose from the pump and looking for any clogs or kink sections throughout the entire length of the hose. Make sure you have a good source of light, like a flashlight on your phone, so you can see any problems with the hose. If the hose isn't clogged or kinked, then we know that the pump has failed. But if there's a clogged or kinked section of the hose, it would either need to be cleaned out or replaced. We found out that the drain pump has failed in this specific washer, so I'm going to show you how to replace it in case you had the same problem. First, we're going to grab the channel lock pliers and remove the retaining ring that holds the tub to pump hose. The hose is being pulled off and we're disconnecting the red grommet from the front of the drain pump housing. Now we're pulling the housing to the front and lifting it up. There is also a compartment on the right side of the pump that will need to be opened up so we can disconnect the wire inside. The red grommet will slide back and lift up. Here's the old drain pump assembly and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great! If not, you can pick one up at appliancepartspros.com. We're removing the new red grommet from the drain pump housing and inserting it into the washer. Then we can open up the compartment on the new pump and then plug in the wire. We're also inserting the rear grommets into the base and securing the front of the drain pump housing with the red grommet. Now we can use our channel lock pliers to secure the drain hose and the tub to pump hose with the retaining rings we removed earlier. We're going to grab the front panel and set it onto the mounting hooks at the top of the washer frame. Then secure the 1/4 inch screws we removed at the bottom and the 5/16 inch screws at the top. Once the front panel is secured, then we're going to grab our T20 Torx driver and attach the door lock to the front panel with the T20 screws. Next, we need to press the door gasket onto the front panel lip. Then we're going to grab the door seal ring and install it onto the door seal. This can be difficult, so you can gently use a flathead screwdriver to help pry the ring into position. Again, do this very gently to avoid causing any damage to the gasket or washer. The interface wires we removed earlier will connect into the user interface control panel. Now we're going to set the panel into the front panel and push it back so it locks into place. We're also going to reinstall the 1/4 inch screws and the T20 screws. Before putting the top panel on, remember to clip the main control cover down and slide the control towards the front to lock it in place. Then we can grab the top panel and set it on just behind the user panel. Now we're sliding it forward and reattaching it at the back with the 1/4 inch screws we removed earlier. Once you insert the dispenser drawer, you're done. Don't forget to plug your washer back in or turn that breaker back on. Once you've found the faulty part, whether it was a drain pump or something else, grab your model number and head over to appliancepartspros.com to order a replacement, which should arrive in just a few days. After you get your new part, we'll walk you through the installation with our video guides. Please share your experience with us by leaving a comment below. And if this video helped you, hit the like and subscribe buttons to see more videos like this. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you next time.